Light and love, peace and blessings. It is Raye Queen. You can find more information or for private consultations, you can visit my website at rayqueen.com. Today starts the beginning of a lecture series called High Blood Pressure, Myths and Lies, because so many of them exist. First thing I want to tell you is that you probably don't have high blood pressure, especially if you are a person of color. Did you know that the blood pressure in Europe is not the same as it is in the United States? And Europe is not necessarily a country of color or a continent of color. But in Europe, anything below 180 for your top number is considered normal. That is a normal blood pressure reading, anything below 180. And in India and in other countries where there are highly melanated people, if your blood pressure falls below 140, that's considered dangerous. Don't take my word for it. Research it on your own. I am telling you nothing but the facts. So, why do we have such a low blood pressure in the United States of America? It's probably because we're the medical mafia and they're making money off of prescribing these medications. And so that's why they want to lower it so they can prescribe more people medications and label them as having high blood pressure. Let me tell you very quickly about what the actual medical protocol is for diagnosing high blood pressure. This is the procedure doctors are supposed to follow before they can say you have high blood pressure. The first thing is you're supposed to be sitting down for 10 minutes. That means you can't get up to walk from the waiting room to the doctor's office. You can't rush in from your car because you're running late. You have to be sitting down for 10 minutes. Secondly, your blood pressure has to be taken at 3 different times a day on 3 different occasions over a 2-week span. So that means on Monday, I'm going to take my blood pressure at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Then on Wednesday, I'm going to take my blood pressure midday and late afternoon and late evening. Something like that over a 2-week period. That protocol has to be followed before a doctor can say you have high blood pressure. That's what's supposed to happen. Unfortunately, we go to our doctor's office once. We get our blood pressure taken once, and our doctor tells us, "Oh, you have high blood pressure." Never mind the fact you just fought traffic. Never mind the fact you just broke up with your relationship, your boyfriend or girlfriend, your husband or wife after 20 years. Never mind any of that. That doesn't play a part when you go to see your doctor. He just cares about what your blood pressure reading is at this moment on this day so I can prescribe you some medications. That is not the actual medical protocol. That is not the way you're supposed to measure high blood pressure. So what is the way? I'm glad you asked. There's something called pulse points, right? So other than this, there isn't a standard way. There's not a cookie cutter approach to determining high blood pressure other than using your pulse points. Your pulse points means that your top number and your bottom number should have a difference of about 40. And that's at all times, whether you're just finished working out, whether you just finished crying, if you're extremely happy, if you're very relaxed, it doesn't matter. The difference between the top number and the bottom number, or the systolic number and the diastolic number, should be 40. So for example, if your high blood pressure, the top number is 130, the bottom number is 90, you're fine. You're within that 40 points range. If your high blood pressure top number comes back as 140 and the bottom number is 100, you're fine. You're within that 40 points difference. But no matter what the top number is, the bottom number should be 40-point difference. I can't stress that enough. So if you just come from the gym, you might have a blood pressure reading of 300, and yes, it could happen, 250. So if you have a top number of 250 and your bottom number is 210, guess what? You're fine. That means that your heart is able to support the amount of blood that is being pumped. That's what it means. Now, if you do happen to have high blood pressure or low blood pressure, that is definitely an issue, and that can be reversed through proper diet and proper diet and nutrition, and we will talk about that in another video. I just want to make sure you understand how to accurately measure your blood pressure. So go get your little monitors that you got at Walmart and take your own blood pressure. If you don't do that, when you see your doctor, Just make sure you understand that your post point should be within a range of 40. If you want help monitoring or reversing your blood pressure condition, I would love to help you with that. You can visit my site, rayequeen.com. Thanks for listening, and best in health.